Today we're going to be going through my entire physical TBR, and I think there might be a little bit too many. My first year getting back into reading, I told myself that I was only going to buy the books that I really loved because I bought myself a Kindle. And I was like, I don't have enough space. And then Target happened, Barnes & Noble happened, book outlet happened, and now here I am. I'm hoping there's less than 150 that I have to read, but I think it's more than that. But I am gonna guess around like 140. If you see any of the books on my TBR that you think I should move up on my list to read, let me know, and I will. Anyways, we're gonna start off with what I'm reading right now, which is The Queen's Shadow. This is the third book in the Origins Daughters series by Alexandra St. Pierre, and this series, when I first read it, it was 5 stars, and then I read this series, the first two, in 2023 when I first started getting back into reading, so thoughts on books have changed a little bit. I won't go into too much detail, but I will say that the fantasy is really good, but the romance, I like it, but it's like the first book is like she's 17 and he's like damn near like 500 years old, and they're like in love, but nothing happens until she turns 18. Take that is what you will. Besides that, the storyline's great. We're gonna move on to my TBR card, The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. Don't be mad at me if I said that wrong. Okay, Pirates, I think, An Honored Vow by Melissa Blair. I didn't even know the 4th book was coming out in the Halfling Saga, and when I went to Barnes & Noble and I saw this, I was like, no way. The Halfling Saga is one of my favorite fantasy series of all time. There are some trigger warnings, so I would definitely read those before you get into this. But this is so good. I will be rereading the first 3 before I get to this because that's how good this series is. Also, do you see this cover? It's stunning. All of the covers are like this. They're all pretty. I then have The Dance of Thieves and The Vow of Thieves. I read this back in like 2020, I would like to say, when I was like just like picking up books here and there. Because it's been so long, I want to reread them. And I have like the prequel or whatever to this series, the first 3. And so I want to read those before I get to these. But I did really like these when I read them. Oh, yeah, if you couldn't tell, most of these books are going to be fantasy. I only have like a small collection of romance books. Heavenly Bodies by Imani. I'm not even going to attempt to say her last name, but you can. You see how pretty this book is? I really wanted the indie cover, but I was too late to buy it. So here I am with the traditionally published. I'm still so excited. The cover is still stunning. Oh, I'm so excited to read this. Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. Saw this on TikTok, saw this on YouTube. Emmy Reads. She was saying that this was going to be the next like fantasy romantasy book. I'm here for it. I'm excited. I know her taste in books 10 out of 10, so I trust her. These are the 3 books in the Remnant Chronicles. This comes before Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves. I don't really know what order. I'm assuming it's The Kiss of Deception, The Heart of Betrayal, and The Beauty of Darkness. I know some people have said it's slow, and that's why I'm kind of scared to read it, but I'll get here eventually. Okay, then I have Collided by Lauren Asher, and I read the first book. The first book is called Throttled, and I really liked that book. And so I picked up Collided because I was like, I want to see where Sophie and Liam take it. Morgon by Mary E. Pearson. This goes before the Remnant Chronicles. I don't know, I kind of just bought it because I really liked the cover. And Air Comes to Rise by Chloe C. Peñarda? I bought this in 2023, but I'm still so excited to read it. The Prison Healer by Lilette Nomi. I've heard such good things about this book, and I'm really excited to read it. I'm just scared. Fireborn by Rosaria Munda. A Barnes & Noble employee actually recommended me this. She said this is one of her favorite fantasy series. Don't Let Me Fall by Kelsey Ray. I won this in a giveaway, I want to say in 2023. I heard it's good. I had my cousin read it. This was her first book really ever read. And she said she liked it. It's a hockey romance. I don't know if I'm gonna read it. I kind of already know what happens. So, Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. It's beautiful. The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. I watched the first series of this book turned TV show, and I really liked the TV show, and I heard that the book, obviously the book is always better, but I'm scared because it's not my first epic fantasy, but I'm still scared. But I know I'll like it, I hope. The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick. I heard a lot of good things about this book. I am a little scared because it is really thick. I did buy the second one because of how many people have recommended me this on Book Talk, but the font is really big, so maybe I'll move it up. Babel by R.F. Kuang. I'm terrified to read this book. I have 2 copies of this book. I bought one for myself in 2023, and then I got this book again for my birthday one year, and I just kept both of them. The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I read The Crow Prince. Didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I just didn't like see the hype in like the romance, but I think when I read it, I went into it thinking, oh my god, this is gonna be the best romance I've ever read. It was like subplot romance, so I think I just went into it with the wrong mindset. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I haven't read a sci-fi yet, so I'm kind of scared. Well, I take that back. In 2020, I read Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, but I don't really remember it, but I knew I liked it. But I'm kind of scared. The Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo. I'm terrified. I know I'll like it probably. I know everyone loves this book. I'm just scared I'm not gonna see the hype, so I've been putting it off. Oh my god, you guys don't understand how excited I am to read this book. I just have too many things above it that I need to get to before I get here. But this is A Blood and Ether, whatever, by Harper Hawthorne. I saw this on TikTok, and literally 5 seconds in, I'm like, yeah, I need to read it. 5 seconds into the video. So here I am. The Striker by Anna Huang. I'm trying to get into contemporary romance, and so I bought this. But if you have any recommendations, let me know. Okay, I'm not gonna take these ones out because they're kind of The Heaven Breaker by Sarah Wolf. We'll leave it to sci-fi. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I've heard a lot of good things. I think this is high up on my TBR because everyone and their mom loves it. Scarlet Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker. And I heard it's really good. The Jasad Heir from Blood and Ash. One for My Enemy by One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. Anatomy. All I know is that she's a surgeon. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. The 3rd book in the Vampire Academy, which is Shadow Kiss. If you read the Vampire Academy, and if you don't, this is low-key a spoiler. I mean, not. It's about the love interest, in case it might deter you from reading it. She is 17, and her love interest is 7 years older than her. That's a little weird, but I'm still gonna read it because I have the entire series. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I am currently reading the entire Shadowhunters Chronicles, and so this is next on my list. And then we have A Winter's Promise. I have The Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. The Graceling by Kristen Cashore. Heard a lot of good things about this book. Inkblood, Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. Together We Burn by Isabel Ibanez. King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. And then I have the entire Shatter Me series, which is like 9 books, I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna count the novellas. And I think there's 2 novellas in here. I'm gonna have to do the math really quick for future Julie. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 books in total. I'm gonna count the novellas as their own book. Oh, shit. I dropped them all. Don't mind me. The Party of the Orange Tree and A Day of Fallen Night. I think I'm just scared to read these because they're so thick. I did start The Party of an Orange Tree a couple years ago, and I couldn't really get into it, but I saved the spot that I was at. I did annotate a little. I just didn't really understand what was going on. And then the only graphic novel I have is Mabuhay. I'm Filipino. I got this for Christmas one year. I still haven't read it, but I feel like I should this year because it's super cute. Here's some of the artwork. Yeah. The Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I only have this one. I mean, I read the entire trilogy, but I wanted to collect them and I just haven't had a chance to buy the other 2. Blood Sky On. Know nothing about this. Just bought it because the cover looked cool. The Bone Shard Daughter. I tried to read it. I low-key DNF'd it because nothing was freaking happening. I got to page 138. Let me know if I should continue it. This is Immortality, the 2nd book from Anatomy. I have the first 2 books in the Young Elites trilogy by Mary Lou. I think these are dystopian. Look-key, I picked this up at the thrift store because I thought it sounded cool and I don't remember anything about them. The Legend Trilogy by Mary Lou. I I read Legend when I was in like middle school. Something Beyond the Pages by Rachel Shaw. An author reached out to me and asked me to read their book. It's really small. I think what the author told me was that she like escapes into a book, something like that. I'm gonna add this to my TBR cart because it's super small and I really should just read it. It's only less than 200 pages. And I know I can read that in like 2 hours. Okay, and then I'm too lazy to take these ones down. I have the 5th season, The Obsolete Gate and the Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. Sci-fi, I believe. I heard really good things. I'm still scared to get into sci-fi. And then I have The King of Scars and The Rule of Wolves. I don't really know what these two are about. I just know it's part of the Grishaverse. And then 3 shelves above me, I read all of them. It's SJM and Rebecca Yarros in the 4th reading. So this entire shelf is like my special, and a little bit of the bottom one, it's my special edition books that I've just collected over the past 2 years. But this is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. Yeah, heard really good things. The Unmaking of June Farrow. I've heard really good things. I know Haley Pham really likes this book, and this is beautiful. If I Have to Be Haunted. I have no idea what this book is, but it's beautiful. Are you kidding me? The Temptation of Magic. The Longest Autumn. 5 Broken Blades. I had started this, but the writing I just couldn't really get into. But let me know if I should read it, because maybe I just need to get past that. A Tempest of Tea. I heard this is really good. Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. Omen of Ice. Daughter of the Pirate King. Guild. Garden of the Curse. The Forest Grimm. Evocation. I literally have no idea what half of these books are about. I just have them. The Stark Descent. After the Forest. I completely missed this bottom shelf. I read the fine print. I have The Final Offer and Terms and Conditions. A Dark and Hollow Star. Bride by Allie Hazelwood. This is the special edition from Owl Crate. I'm lucky scared because the inside is giving like the B word. And then I have my Asian inspired fantasy book, The Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kogawa, Soul of the Sword, and Night of the Dragon. I've never seen anyone talk about these books. I don't actually know if this is Asian based. She looks Asian, so I bought it. Then I have Magic Steeped in Tea and A Venom Dark and Sweet. They're beautiful. I have Song of Silver, Flame and Night, and then Dark Star Burning Ash Falls White. What? Dark Star Burning Ash Falls White.
Huh?
Anyways, they're beautiful. Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick. Saw this on TikTok. Bought it. Something about assassins. The City of Dusk. The second book, I forgot what the first one's called, but this is The Liar's Knot. The indie cover of The Zodiac Academy. Blood and Promise, Fae Rising. I got this at Half Price Bookstore. It sounded good. I bought it. Realm of Hope by E.L. Lee. I bought this at like farmer's market going on. I don't know. There's just this event going on in the U District in Seattle. I have The Shadowcaster and The Flamecaster, Morningstar. I think I have the second book too, but my friend is borrowing it. Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. I got this in a blind date with a book. Born at Midnight. It's giving, I would read this in middle school, which there's nothing wrong with that. Now I Rise, Vespertine, Little Thieves, which I DNF, and I don't know if I'll get back into it. House of Beating Wings. Heard really good things. It's traditionally published now. I was able to get the indie before it was traditionally published, but and Thief of Sorrows. It's about assassin, obviously, but it says, I do not bow to fear, it bows to me. And that's why I bought it. I got a stack here. I only have the first 2 in the Ember and the Ash series. These are the UK covers. This was before they redid their covers in the US, but now I really want the US covers. But I have these 2. I heard really good things, and I am really excited to read these. I have the first 2 in the 3 Dark Crowns trilogy. I don't know what they're about. I mean, I know I read the back, but I haven't seen anyone talk about these. What Lies Beyond the Veil and What Hunts Inside the Shadows. I heard that these are not the best. It might be like super duper spicy, and I might not be into that. In fantasy books, especially if they're high stakes and all there is spicy scenes, I can't really do it. So we'll see. I did hear one TikToker, a book talker, that really liked this series, so maybe I will. Nectarine of War. Look how pretty the shadow one. Court of the Vampire Queen. Shadowrun. Again, sci-fi. They can steal her home, they can attack her ship, but they cannot touch her crew. Sounds great. Threads That Bind. A Study in Drowning The Isle of the Gods, Crave, and The Serpent and Dove. I'm not going to take these down. The Shadow of the Gods. There's a dragon on it. So, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls. What the fuck does that say? City of Heavenly Fire, Clockwork Prince 2, and Clockwork Princess 3. And I have the Renegades trilogy. I read Renegades. I got like halfway through and then I gave up. But I really do want to get back into it because I really do like superheroes. So. And then I have the Queen's Assassin, the last two in A Darker Shade of Magic. So, A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. And then I have the rest of the Vampire Academy. So the 4th book, which is A Blood Promise. The 5th book, Spirit Bound. The 6th book, Last Sacrifice. And then I have the Mistborn trilogy. A reoccurring thing, scared to read some books. And so I don't. For the Wolf, for good things. This I got off TikTok shop. This is, I think, is going to be a trilogy, but it sounded really good. The King's Weapon and The Crown's Shadow. And she gave me some really cute stickers. This says, Gods do not bow to king. In my fantasy era, which I always am. And then, oh, let me tell you the author's name in case you want to buy from her. Her name is Mina Laskowski. If you want to subscribe to her newsletter, there you go. And then here's the character art. Are you kidding me? I love. And guess what? Signed by the author. What more could I want? Oh, there is content warnings, so just keep that in mind. Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I have my second copy of Babel down here. Then I have Bladebreaker and Realmbreaker. I read Bladebreaker. Nothing really happened, so I never picked up the second book, and I don't think I will because it just wasn't for me. Then I have Empire the Vampire, and then I have the entire Harry Potter series. Eventually, I will do a video of me reading the entire series of Harry Potter for the first time, but I'm just not ready. Guys, that was all of my books. Hopefully, I didn't do any counting, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think I'm going to be really sad when I finish editing because of how many books that I have. I told myself that I was going to be done with buying books, but I pre-ordered some. I'm going to give myself 4 books max per month to buy. Guess what? I haven't bought any. I mean, I did pre-order. Pre-ordering doesn't count. Okay. But going to the store, going on Amazon, 4 books is my max for the month. So I've been doing pretty good. Anyways, see you in the next video.